Good morning, lads. Today's episode is going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I'm allocating more RAM to Minecraft. That's pretty much it. I kind of want to see the difference. I don't know. It's one of those things that probably won't be really felt until I just play with it. So right now I have the base 2 gigs allocated, and I'm gonna up it to probably 8, something like that. So I'm gonna start with just a simple test, upping my render distance, which is quite simple. Right now I have it on like the lowest settings. I would never play with it this low. That's interesting. I still don't have a smooth background, but I'm gonna call that good enough. Now I actually want to take out a stopwatch for the bigger render jumps, but now we'll just go to 22 by 20. So for me, this is normally what I play on. There we go, that's the haze effect I was looking for. Again, loads really nice. And I'm just standing in one spot. It's not like I'm moving, which makes it even harder on the PC, but we are not finished. We still have a few more to jump up. So let's just go straight to 32, 25. Let's do it. And I'll go ahead and start a timer as soon as I hit done. And see how long it takes to fully load. "35 seconds. It's not terrible, but at the same time, that's 35 seconds. Now just to crank it. 48 by 32. See how long it takes? And there you can see it's using 96% of the available RAM it has allocated. We're 2 minutes in and it's still loading. It's very laggy. It's finally got the mountain loaded in, but still not the back half of it. It is going very slow. The screen is, my frame rate is garbage. And we're just gonna call this a fail. Oh, maybe even a crash. Now let's go ahead and add the 6 more gigabytes, bringing us up to 8, and see if it actually affects anything. And to do that, I'm simply going to go to Installations, go to the version that I'm using, Edit, go to More Options, and then right here you've got 2G. I'm going to change that to 8. Save, and run. Now to see if it actually changes anything. First, I'm going to check, and there in the upper right hand corner, up here, you can see that I went from a max of 2,000 to a max of 8,200. So before, this number could only go up to, it was like hitting 19, but now it's hitting 40 constantly. I'm sure we're about to make that number go a lot higher. But we are on the lowest render settings again. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. We'll crank it to, we'll just go straight to my normal 22 by 20. Very nice. Now we'll go ahead and do our first time trial jump from 32 and 25 and 24 or 25. We'll go 25 and start. And this time it took 32 seconds. So it only shaved off 3 seconds. So it doesn't affect the load time like at all. But will it change its max performance? is the real question. So crank this up to 32, and before, remember, previous max was 48, but now that we have 8 gigs allocated, Optifine lets us go up to 64. We'll just start with 48 and see how that works, and then we'll try 64, which I've never seen before. It's just allocated all this. It's still only using about 40%, which is probably just what Minecraft is optimized for using. Minecraft itself does not utilize the whole 8 gigs properly. And it did it. We now have all 48 loaded, and yeah, I don't see any squareage anywhere. You can see the shadows out in the out in the distance. Seems to be doing quite well. It's like I can move my mouse and everything, no lag at the moment. It's very nice. Didn't even know I could see that portal from here. It's hilarious. The village. Very cool. Look at that, running smoothly. But there's one more setting we've never even seen before. Boom, 64. Let's do it. It's gonna take forever to load, but I'll deal with it. There we go. Now it's using like 6,000, closer to 60% of what I gave it. Not consistently though. It only seems to do it when I like really strain it. Like right now it's trying to load a lot more than it was before. We will even change the graphics to fabulous, because why not? Alright, now let's look into the open space and see how much we're using. 5,000, 6,000. And here it is, all loaded in. And it's definitely a bit laggy. My frames are quite low, but I think they're still higher than the old 48 was. But here's what it looks like. 64 chunks. That's crazy. Like that canyon over there, whoa. Didn't even know it existed. And yeah, I can still move. Like, remember 48 crashed the whole game. This mountain looks close now. You can see way out past it. This is so cool. You can't quite see the Wither Island, but that's good. That wants to be out of sight. This is insane. Oh, there the frames are better. But now here's another test, which I didn't do last time just because it failed already. Is advancing forward. Wow. This is so interesting. Just the amount of blocks that we can see at a time is crazy. And then I assume here at the border it's going to take a long time for all these chunks to load just because it's trying to do so much at a time. But if we come back into the previously loaded chunks, I assume... I feel like I have to fly so high. I'm already above the mountains. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, very cool. Now you know that increasing your RAM will not increase your speed per se, but it will increase the performance. It will increase your speed a lot if you're running on something like lower than 2 gigs. But I think 2 gigs is fine for just like the base version of the game. It still won't load in instantly, but the game has ceased crashing, which is a perk. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all the other YouTube things. And if you want me to do a similar test with like a shader to see the difference between 2 and 8 gigs, I can totally install a shader. Leave your suggestions in the comments below. See ya.